What's up, y'all? Today I wanted to talk to you about the most common mistakes you need to avoid when editing videos. I make these mistakes a lot, and you might be making these mistakes right now. And if you do, let's jump right into it. First mistake being no game plan. Simply put, this is the creative part of actually creating something. Usually, you get an idea, but like you have to think like what follows having an idea. You have to know the steps you must take in order to, execute the idea. This might be a bit difficult because, you're like me, you're constantly making new things a lot, but you can't ignore the need of kind of smoothing out your workflow. You need to plan ahead and create some sort of order of operations that your project will follow. Like for example, for a music video in my case, I sequence, then I color the video, and then I do VFX. Instead of sequencing while I'm doing VFX. Step 1.5, wrong program use. So for me, I use After Effects to sequence for like 4 years. I don't think anyone should really be like me. Get Premiere Pro, just learn how to sequence on Premiere. Unless the project really calls for After Effects. Like it depends. It really does. It's case by case. But on average, like Premiere is probably easier and better. I'm not gonna go into depth as to why. Programs are just literally built differently. They're made to do different things. Do new things. You should not spend too much time on one project. Close that AEP, start something new, and go back to the old one later. Like later in the day. Like you don't have to put it down for tomorrow, but just go later in the day. You can get burned out very quick from being on one project for too long. Sometimes it gets to a point where you want to scrap it entirely because you can't come up with new ideas. It happens. I've seen it happen to a lot of my friends. Personally, even when I made anime edits and then got into into rapper stuff, I never scrapped anything just because I always kept this rule in my mind. Like I made this rule for myself way earlier. I've been following this rule for like 4 years. That means, so to me, this is the key to not getting burned out. Doing something new, keeping my eyes fresh, resting my eyes, taking a break, playing the game, going on YouTube and studying new effects, watching YouTube videos, watching movies, something. There's like an overwhelming amount of things you can do to keep your mind flowing creatively. So like, I think that people should use it to their advantage. I think that once you feel sluggish from spending 6 or 7 hours in one project, just put it down. Like that's a good amount of time. Just put it down. Go do something else. Step 3, follow the basics. Learn the basics first. The basics are very important, but people always say learn the basics. They're like, what are the basics? For me, I'd say the basics are the following: graphs, camera movement, flow, and impact. These 4 things, in my opinion, are the deciding factor of how good a video is. They're all like intertwined with each other. You learn one, you learn the other. Flow of your video will literally depend on your graphs, camera movement, and impact. A video with no flow has clips that drag on for way too long. So to avoid this, you must learn how to cut your videos at perfect times to keep a rhythm going. You can kind of make your own rhythm for your clips, or you can find a certain sound in the beat of the song that you're editing to and follow that instead. But there's so many ways you can follow this sort of rhythm that keeps the viewers engaged. This is very simple, and it should really be the first thing you focus on when you start editing anything. Some of the worst edits are so good to people because they're easy to watch. They don't get boring, but they don't feel like they drag on for too long. And once you learn the flow and the way you cut your clips, you can then move on to camera movement, which will then, in turn, lead to you learning graphs. Because no graphs, no camera movement. Now, I think that camera movement is like also case by case. Like you won't ever really use it. Oh, it depends if you use it every edit. I don't use it every edit. Maybe like some clips, but not throughout the whole. And lastly, the impact. Learning impact. Learning how to make striking visual on that impact. That one hard hit of a beat, the rising or slow parts. You want that to be seen in the video. Learn effects, learn shakes, some way of showing the emphasis on these parts to make the clip amazing. For our second last step, you have to learn how to optimize your project. If you don't manage your composition, After Effects, or whatever program you're using, will become glitchy. It'll become glitchy, crashy, and just a mess. You have to make sure your project can run smooth. This can be caused by like so many things and numerous amount of problems, really. Even just the footage you're using. So there's so many fixes that I found. So whenever I finish a clip or a part of the video, I just render it and just drop it back into the video. Or you can use proxies. Another fix is reducing the amount of motion blur you're using. The After Effects in-house motion blur, at least in my experience, takes a lot of processing. The product ends up lagging a lot, and Last step is disabling unused effects, or just limit the amount of effects you're using. For me, plugins like Sapphire, they just require so much GPU processing that stacking them just makes it impossible for the product to run smooth, unless you pre-render these products. Last but not least, not saying the best for last, the best step, staying consistent. This is quite literally the most important aspect of anything in life. It's not just about editing, it's about life. You have to be consistent. You want to become a better athlete, you must be consistent how much you train. You want to be a better gamer, you must be consistent how much you game. All works the same for anything else. So set some goals. You have to set goals that you must meet. So like for me, my goal is to say I want to post 4 edits a month. You must make 4 edits a month. Now, for you, that actually might be harder because you might think, oh, these 4 edits a month, I don't really like them all. They're not the best. These aren't good. You know, they're not good enough for me. And you still have to post 4 times, so you might make more than 4 edits a month. But you're doing it, you know? You have to do it. Now, this is like one edit a week. That's cool. You have to stay consistent how much you're studying the program and other music videos and other media as well. Keep on learning, keep on creating. You'll become better in no time. You don't really focus on how bad you are. You should just focus on how good you can become. Final PSA. Please make sure you're doing the right thing regarding video editing, and that's having fun. It makes the experience so much better. Love you guys. I'll see you later.
Same one that I forgot to praise, still above me. One thing about it, I'ma beat them to the punches. Stumped all day thinking mama where the love went. With every triplet of trips around the sun, some of the sludge get thick, I'm chipping away at crust. Hold your head, your shit is in for a whole nother bus. Roaming the Citadel, on foot 11 when the spliff gave me a rush. Playing the cuts like a DJ. Let me know if you on tango with some lemon meringue, wallaby, soul stained gum. Exploring a couple different avenues to staying dangerous, day drunk. Yup, sometimes the pain sitting fester in the hate, beloved. I'm working on it, it's worth the time. Further down the line, you might realize what's yours, obviously mine. Toss the sword back into the vines, calling out for Lord, looking low and high. Finally found it at the core of my dimming fire. What's a little lie? What's a little lie? Tell me, gotta make it straight. Fill the jar, it's hot. The longer you can stand it, the straighter it's gonna